Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Emily's Speech and Drama class. It's great to have your company. Now, if you missed the first lesson, my name's Emily. I teach speech and drama, and I wanted to create some fun introductory video lessons that explore some of the speech and drama skills that I teach. And so each lesson we're going to be going through a different skill and practicing it and doing some fun games and warm-up activities too. Now, listen closely. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Slippery snake, slithery snake. Lilly, lolly, lally, lilly, lolly, lally. And what was I just doing? That was a few examples of articulation and tongue twisters, which is what we're going to be focusing on today. We're going to also put some of those skills into our poem that we've been learning. And as always, we're going to do our warm-up exercise. So let's get started with the warm-up. Okay, well, let's start our warm-up. Listen for the bell and the voice that will tell you what to do each step of the way. Here we go.
Hop around the room.
On one foot. Good.
Flop your body around like a jellyfish.
Get loosened up.
Make as many funny faces as you can. Push your lips forward. Spread them in a wide smile. And open your mouth in a large circle.
And do the shapes again. That's it.
Say pay, pee, pie, po, poo.
Pay, pee, pie, po, poo. Pay, pee, pie, po, poo. Well, now it's time to talk about articulation. Now, what is articulation? Well, it's the correct and clear formation of speech sounds. To demonstrate really clearly what articulation is and what it isn't, listen closely and I'm going to share some examples. So here's good articulation: fright, sight, night. And here's some examples of what not so good articulation is: fright, sight, night. So that time I didn't really make the t sound as clear as I could have. So good articulation is making those t and k and d and all the other consonant sounds as clear as you can, particularly at the ends of words and in the middle and at the beginning too, to ensure you're correctly forming all the speech sounds. To help us improve our articulation, we can say some fun tongue twisters. Lilly, lolly, lally. You try that one with me. Ready? Lilly, lolly, lally. And repeat it 2 or 3 times through a bit faster. Lilly, lolly, lally, lilly, lolly, lally, lilly, lolly, lally, lilly, lolly, lally. That was good. Another one is a slippery snake, slithery snake. Move your arms and your body like a slippery snake. Let's try it. Ready? Slippery snake, slithery snake. A little bit faster. Slippery snake, slithery snake, slippery snake, slithery snake. And one more. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Try it with me. Ready? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Can you do it faster? Here we go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. You have to practice tongue twisters lots and lots of times to make sure you're still speaking every sound nice and clear, even when you speed up and say them really, really fast. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Well, let's say our poem together now and aim for nice, clear articulation when we're saying our words. So particularly words at the ends of the lines that have consonants, words that end in "ite." There's a lot of those in the poem, isn't there? Night, fright, tight. So really bring your teeth together, strong and clear, t, so we get that nice crisp sound at the end. And when you're saying a vowel sound, times in sometimes, and my and I, make sure your mouth opens nice and wide and you feel your jaw open so you can almost fit your fingers through it. Okay, here we go. Remember the poem? The title is called My Teddy. So announce it together with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My Teddy. Sometimes my Teddy has a fright when there's a squeak or creak at night. So I cuddle him and hold him tight until he says he feels all right. So the words in the poem that have lots of consonant sounds are those words tight, fright, all right, creak, squeak. They have consonant endings too, and those words like I and sometimes and my, so those long I sounds, there's a lot of them in the poem. Are you ready? Let's try it again. That was great with those articulation skills. Here we go again. My Teddy. Sometimes my Teddy has a fright when there's a squeak or creak at night. So I cuddle him and hold him tight until he says he feels all right. Well, now it's time for a game. Now, 2 things you'll need for this game: a ball, so one like I've got here, and you need a partner. You need someone to throw the ball backwards and forwards to. Now, it's an articulation game. Now, you and your partner, between the 2 of you, decide and agree on a speech sound. So the word, a particular word ending, so word endings like at or ed or eek. And then, so we're going to start with at, and my partner Ray and I are going to think of as many at words as we can. For example, sat, mat, flat, throwing the ball and saying the word clearly to each other so that we get nice, clear articulation sounds on every single word that ends in at. Are you ready, Ray? Okay, here we go. Cat.
Sat.
Flat.
Hat.
Cat. Now you have to pick a new sound.
Bad.
Said.
Dad.
Bread.
Ted.
Fred. Now let's to the words in our poem. So all those "ite" words like tonight, fright, all right. You start.
Fright.
Night,
All right.
tight,
Night.
fright. Good job! Now you can just keep going and think of as many different word endings and think of as many rhyming words as you go along and say those articulation skills backwards and forwards to each other, and keep those thinking skills going as you're playing. Well, thanks for joining me for another speech and drama lesson. I hope you had fun and enjoyed having a go at all those fun tongue twisters and learning more about articulation skills. So practice those articulation tongue twisters. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Slippery snake, slithery snake. Lilly, lolly, lally. And practice your poem, saying your articulation skills in it, and say your poem in front of someone at your house, in front of your mum or your dad or your brothers and sisters. Stand up in front of them nice and strong and confident looking and say your poem like a little performance, a little concert for them. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. And next week we'll be using some facial expression and learning about all the different emotions and feelings we can do with our face. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye!